Alright guys, it's my 2013 Scion TC. Been having a lot of issues with this little guy right here rattling really bad when you got some bassy music going. I've seen videos for the the older models, mid models. Latest one I've seen or been able to find is a 2011. Figured I'd throw up a 2013 for you. Alright, this little guy, it rattles. Got some bass going, you think, oh, I'm getting really sick and tired of that. And you think, well, maybe if I just put some pressure on it, it stops. But you don't want to drive down the road, holding your hand there, gets annoying. Okay, here's what you do. I'm not going to do it on camera. If you're ballsy, find you a knife. You want to get down in here, right there, and pry it open. I'm not going to use a knife. I got this guy. One-handed. Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, just, whatever. You're going to get in here, pry that up. Once these clips are out. Now, these are put together. I'm going to steal this from someone else's video because it was perfect. These cars from top to bottom are pretty much put together like Legos. It's going to snap off. It's pretty tough plastic. Don't sit there and rip the bitch off, but, you know, don't worry about having to pull it off. The clips will come undone. Once you get these clips done and this edge popped up, you're going to have a little bit of room right here. Take this guy, something plastic, try not to use metal, it'll scratch shit out of this. Or if you got enough, just get your fingers down in there, pull it up. This end will pull up, it'll pull up like a hood, hinging back here. Once you get it up, you're going to want to pull this way, pull it back. Like, grab onto these. Not literally, but kind of like you grab onto these and pull back. Pull back, it'll come completely undone. I'm going to pause the video, come back to you when it's off. I'll show you what I did to fix the door rattle. Okay. That's what it looks like. You're going to have this guy hanging here. Whatever. Just leave it there. It'll just hang out, wait for you. You know, kind of like a dog, not a cat. Anywho, back on subject. Where did it go? I found it. All I did to fix this problem, take a hair tie, cut it in half. Not cut it in half, split it so it's a long, dangly looking worm thing. What you're gonna want to do. See how it lines that right there? Right there with my chubby ass fingers. You're going to have a little bit of hang off. Try your best when you clip it back on to, like as you're clipping it back on, push it underneath it. You'll see what I mean. But just have it line the very outer perimeter. I need to, like, do this watching it through the camera. Let's put some product placement that I'm not being paid for in here. This is coming to you from the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 camera. Yeah, kind of like that. That right there is going to insulate it. Where I've had the most rattle is back on this rear end. When you put this back on, if you're having the same issue I am, let's get it bigger. When you put this back on, if you're having the same issue I am, it should stop 90% of the rattle. The only other rattle you're really going to have from that stock monster right there, can't see it, I don't know why I did it, there you go, snowman. Anywho, the rattle you're probably going to keep getting is a deeper inner door rattle, or this right here, any of the plastics on the door rattling. But it's the deeper rattle that kind of gets drowned out by road noise. It's really not that noticeable. And if you keep having these issues, like crazy issues, I mean, you can't go wrong with getting some deadener, slapping it in there. I've heard lining this with silicone. I personally don't want to do that because that's adding something to the vehicle. I mean, or just put a little sub in the back or something to stop the bass up here. Like, all this will be is treble, mids and highs, keep the lows in back. I say mids and highs from an Ohio boy setting where they're just like tweeters and kind of mid-ranges, not the bassy drops. But anywho, that's personally, it's a 2-second, 2-cent fix. And how you put it back on, I should be able to do this one-handed. I'm sorry if my phone, or if the picture keeps turning or whatnot. My phone's retarded. Oh, sorry, mentally. You know what? I'm just going to shut up now before I dig myself a grave. My phone's stupid. Come on. Alright, it's going to slide in. You'll feel it catch. Keep an eye. Like, if you do it the way I did, keep an eye on that. It's gonna be a little harder to pop back into place because you have that extra matting. Did you see how I used my thumb to push that back in? You're probably gonna have 2 hands to do this because I'm the dumb ass that is, you know, filming this and trying to fix it at the same time. See, now, you get the point. I don't have it sitting in there properly, or the way I already previously had it. Guys, it's honestly a pain in the ass. But if you're a cheap ass and you don't want to go out and get deadener or silicone or anything like that, or epoxy, or I don't know, this is the easiest way to fix the problem and insulate the issue. See, that's another thing I mean. The clips aren't gonna break unless you're like sitting there beating on it with a hammer or something. I just mashed it and they're back into place. Alright? That's my fix. That's how I did it. It's working great so far. I hope this helps a few people. If not, oh well. If you don't like my methods, don't care. Coming at you from a Scion.